morning. How yum were the pastries. But I have something yummier for you. But be careful, she might bite back, although she'll do it very politely. Please welcome Deepika Padukone.
आँखों में तेरी अजब सी अदाएं हैं, हो आँखों में तेरी अजब सी अदाएं हैं। दिल को बना दे जो पतंग सांसें ये तेरी वो हवाएं हैं। आँखों में तेरी अजब सी अदाएं हैं, हो आँखों में तेरी अजब सी अदाएं हैं। दिल को बना दे जो पतंग सांसें ये तेरी वो हवाएं हैं।
Deepika, can you show us how sexily you can eat that? Really? Yeah, really.
At 11 in the morning?
At 11 in the morning.
My father's not going to like this.
We won't show it to him. Oh, see what you did to him. 7 odd years ago, Deepika packed her bags to live and make it on her own in the big bad world of Bollywood. No mummy, no daddy, no Riku the secretary to hold your hand and shield you from the wolves of the industry. And if you know the way the industry works, that's no mean feat. She basically came to Bollywood. Sorry, I'm fumbling all over. She's making me so nervous. Yeah, all the right things. She's going to Bollywood, Hollywood, everywhere. She's seen blockbusters, colossal failures. She's fallen in love, fallen out of love, had a heart broken a few hearts. But she's always picked herself up, kept her dignity, and moved on. Not as easy as it sounds. I'm forgetting everything that I had to say. You're making me so nervous. She's a woman on top of a man's world, and she's got there with all the grace and dignity that only a feminine, well-brought-up, disciplined girl can exude. But today, I am not interested in talking to the systemized, organized, dedicated Deepika. I want to hear from the girl who is celebrating and enjoying and making the most of being a winner. So, Deepika, if I hear a convent-educated, correct code of conduct answer, then I will say, music, please, and you will have to dance.
Okay, done.
Oh, I like that.
So I'm going to make sure I say all the correct things so then I can dance.
Oh, more than the music, I'm going to have this buzzer.
Oh, God.
So I'm going to have the buzzer, and then the music is going to come on. And you're going to dance. So basically,
I'm not much of a talker, so you don't have to worry about using that.
So this is truth and dance.
Uh-huh.
So you are a winner right now. You have won. You are number one. What are you doing with that success, that victory?
Good morning, everybody. I don't think, thank you. You know, I don't think success for me or winning has a particular formula. I think success comes from following your heart. It comes from believing in yourself and being the person that you want to be versus being someone that you're expected to be. And I don't think you're living an honest life if you don't do that. And so I honestly believe that whatever little that I have achieved today or in the last couple of years is a result of the fact that I've had my parents who've believed so much in me, allowed me to, live my dream and follow a career that nobody in my family has. At the age of 18, 19, allowed me to move into, another city, live on my own. So all of that has taught me a lot. Of course, I think even being a sportsman has really taught me to be independent, to be able to handle success and failure. And so I don't think there's any formula to success. It's about following your heart, believing in yourself, and I know these things sound very cliched, but it's true.
You know, once you told me that you have the mentality of a sports person, that even if you win, you know that it's not the only game, the only victory, that you have other winnings ahead. Now that you are on a winning streak, does the pressure really cripple you or does it egg you on? Because there's a lot more to lose.
No, I think if anything, I've become a lot more fearless. I think for me, with the kind of appreciation that I've got in my last couple of films, or the kind of support or the encouragement that I've got from my fans and from the critics, and the fact that these films have come with certain numbers that, of course, everyone wants. It's kind of given me, the power to go out there and do things, to do different kinds of films. My next release is an English language film. It's called Finding Fanny, and it's an English language, 90-minute film, set in Goa. So it's very, very different from, I think, what people have seen me do before. And I don't think that if I had reached that level of excitement as far as my career is concerned, or that kind of confidence as far as I'm concerned, I don't know if I'd be able to pick a film like that as my next release, considering my last year was, your so-called commercial films.
Although Ram Leela perhaps was more critically acclaimed than commercial film, although it made its money. You also talked about the sacrifices of being where you are, of always watching what you're eating, which I don't know if you're doing it
Never.
for show, but you told me that you have to be careful about, what you eat, how you present yourself, no late nights, private moments behind closed doors. Have you relaxed some of those rules now?
Some of them, yes. Some of them, no. I think, some things that one, as long as I'm working, some things that I just cannot not do anymore is discipline. I think discipline is very, very important. Sleeping on time, or, sacrifices, social sacrifices, sacrificing. I think for me, my biggest sacrifice has been the fact that I don't live with my family. I've had to move away. So, of course, there are days when, I go home. I miss them. I miss the fact that over a meal, I don't have my parents or my sister to talk to. Just talk about what my day was like. Or, of course, I can do it on the phone, but it's different when, you're face to face. So there are certain sacrifices that one has to make diet-wise. I enjoy eating. I love eating. Thankfully, I'm not someone who, puts on weight easily, but I have a weakness for sweets and chocolates, and I have to control that. So yeah, it comes with its, or in the way that I conduct myself. I think that is also a sacrifice. If sometimes there's a certain way I'd like to be, I also have to realize that I have to be socially responsible, that I have the youth who probably look up to me, and conduct myself.
Tell us an instant where you've actually controlled yourself in the way that you behave, because you may have wanted to, be like that, and actually you've been hee. Tell us an incident like that.
Well, right now I can't think of one particular instance.
Music, please.
I'll dance if she comes up on stage. Well, look, she's hiding. No. But no, I mean, there are times. I'm honest. I can't really, if I think of something, then when someone else's session is going on, I'll come back and remind you.
And come on stage and say in between, like Omar's session about Kashmir, that, actually I wanted to say this to this particular actress and I couldn't. Okay.
I'm sure he won't mind.
Now, you just talked about your family. Apart from your family, you also make place in your life for romance. Are you ruled by your heart?
Completely. every decision that I make, and not just relationship-wise, everything that I do, including the films that I choose to be a part of, comes straight from the heart. You know, so I think sometimes people might question my choice of films, people might question various other things. But I think at that point, I'm just thinking from the heart.
Okay, now I was talking more about romantic heart kind of thing, more the boys in your life. Because you are the new hero, and no hero looks good without a heroine. So what is the place a man has in your life? And I don't mean brother, father, that kind of man.
Right now or generally?
Right now and generally.
For me, no. For me, being in a relationship, I think, is very, very important. And I think I can speak on behalf of most women. I think women feel complete when you are in a relationship. But I think it has to be a beautiful relationship. It has to be a relationship that that fills you up, that excites you, that encourages you to go out there and work and makes you a better person. If it's going to pull you down, or if you start becoming someone that you're not, I'm not so sure if that's the right space to be in.
But you've had both.
Yes, I've had both.
You know, I know that you were public about Ranbir. There's a thing that we all think about, the public, you know, thinks about, that you and Ranbir are like Rachel and Ross from Friends. That we want to see you together. Do you ever think that you will, sorry Ranbir, but do you think you will ever get back with him? Is that ever a possibility? You've now made the first move of pure friendship, and you've acted with him, and you have a good relationship now. Do you ever feel that you could perhaps, you know, Rachel Ross, like end up together?
Well, I'm not in a movie, so I don't know. It's not something that's ever crossed my mind, though I think we've both moved on, you know, like a lot in both our lives. And I think actually not being together has made me a better person and has definitely made him a better person. I can quote him on this. So I think what happens is that when you meet certain people in your life at a certain age and stage in your life, you probably don't realize the value of those people at that point. But today that I've matured a little more than I was, say, a couple of years ago, I realize the importance of the fact that, or what he brought to my life, but more importantly, the person that I became after we were not together. It's definitely made me a better person today.
And a better actress, perhaps, because you've drunk deep from the cup of life, like, because, not only because you live alone, but also a broken heart does something in terms of experiences of life. Do you
think
feel
more
that?
than broken heart, I think it made me realize that I shouldn't be so attached to just one thing, you know.
Or person.
Yeah. Yeah, probably, you know, a lot of people feel like all my energy sort of went into focusing on my work. But like I said, I think I allow my heart to rule. And at that point, that's where my heart was. And sure, I think, I think after the breakup, I think the fact that I had to pick myself up and at the end of the day, I think you have to do it on your own. You can have your friends, you can have your family, you can cry every day about it. But I think
you?
A lot, of course. But I think what is important is you
have to forgive someone who's hurt you so much, to be so, talking so happily about him and on screen with him, and perhaps in social occasions and stuff. Because if you did really, you can be cordial, but to that extent, like, that's really big.
I think because, like I said, I'm not looking at what what lacked. I think I'm looking at the person that I've become. Like I was saying, it's made me a better person. And so today, I thank him for that. I thank him for that experience because I am a better person today and I have become who I am because of that experience.
And what about the Ranveer in your life?
What about that?
What about it? What is the status of that? Are we good friends? Are we in a relationship? Are we not talking about it?
No, I think I'm in a stage where I don't want to rush into anything. So I think for a young girl like me, it's very important to have the option to get to know someone. And maybe it also comes from the fact that I don't want to go through heartache again. And you want to be sure of the person that you eventually land up with. So to be sure to be able to get to know people, of course it's a stressful job where I'm in. I completely understand the scrutiny and people wanting to know or the constant link-ups. And I don't question that ever because it's a part of what I do and who I am. But having said that, I think I have the right to not speak about it when I'm not ready to speak about something.
I think you've just given the most fantastic answer, but I'm going to ring the buzzer anyway because I want to see you dance.
Oh.
For love, apart from all the inking and the tattoos and stuff, how far would you go for love? Since you talk about being ruled by the heart and,
I thought this was about me and my career.
I'm getting there, but like
relationship advisor. You're okay, na?
I don't know. Do you have any advice for me?
You have to tell me what your problems are.
Oh. Later. Okay, moving on then to your career, right? Something has happened to you as a performer. There has been a turning point. Have you felt it too, or is it just something that we are feeling?
I'm beginning to feel it because everyone's saying it. I thought I was good in all my earlier films also.
So I can't normally, to tell you quite frankly, I can't normally sit through films like Chennai Express, which are just, I can't. They're just mindless action.
You think your couch is very exciting?
No, it's not. But let me get to where I'm coming to. I love how you are today. I just love it. Like, I love the claws out and stuff. But what I was coming to, which...
See, this is that, that youth icon thing I was saying?
The youth icon?
So I won't disturb your session now. I won't have to do that.
Tell me.
You know that thing where I said that sometimes I just feel like saying things, but I think twice. But I didn't think twice now before saying something.
Okay, so it came out.
Yeah,
Super.
Came out.
I'm bringing it out in you.
Yeah.
Superb. But I was about to say something else which you might feel bad about now.
Oh, God.
Is that it was your performance and your accent that kept me glued to my seat.
Oh.
Yeah. Now you feel a little bad?
No.
No? Okay. Did you have to
I'm
work?
still going to stand up for the films that I do, right?
Yeah, right. No, you were fab in it, right? And did you have to work very hard for that accent? Did it come naturally to you? And can you give us a little glimpse of...
Oh, God. This is going out right now?
We are live. Oh! Actually, I didn't know that. I just said it.
What were we saying?
We were talking about your performance as...
Was it hard? It was, the first 2-3 days were really hard because I hadn't cracked it. Yes, I knew what Rohit wanted and he kept saying, listen, I need you to be like a typical South Indian girl. I need you to be, and he kept saying that and I said, okay, I'll do it. And I went on set the first day and the energy was off for me. I could feel like people were talking, like, and I kind of realized that something that I'm doing is not right. Maybe they're not happy with what I'm doing. And eventually that came out. I think they kept saying, no, can you do it like this? Can you do it like that? I took that day off and went home, thought about it, slept over it. I don't know what I did. I came back the next day and it worked. So that one day on set was really, because when you have all these eyes on you and will she do it, will she not do it, have we cast the right person, it's really unnerving, And so luckily, I don't know, I took the day off, I went home and came back the next day, and after that I had become the person. So I didn't even have to be in costume to be her. It just happened.
Will you give us a little glimmer of the accent, and could you do it? I have a line of yours here if you want it. Do you want it?
Yeah.
I can't do it. I can't do it at all.
Okay. TC के साथ जो हुई, तुम उसका साक्षी, solo witness. इसलिए तुम हमारा साथ कुंभन गांव जाती, Chennai Express ले.
Too good. Would you say that Deepika is more the headstrong Minnamma, or the more Verny, reticent Naina, or the complete eternal die-hard romantic like Leela?
I think a mix of both.
Of
all three, actually, yeah, all three. Though the journey that you see that Naina goes through in Ye Jawani Hai Deewani is kind of, in a way, my journey. So I was, sort of held back and always felt out of place in school because I wasn't a topper. I wasn't like the studious one. I wasn't the one who would, I'm not the one who people came to for help when it was exam time. Everyone was like, stay away from her, don't sit with her. But I was always interested in like extracurricular activities, sports, drama, theater, all of that. And wasn't really popular in school. And then I think somewhere along the way, experiences, life, people influence the person that you become. And I think that's what happened. And, I think somewhere along the way, I think I found myself.
And are you exactly where you want to be right now?
I don't know. I think I've always been very, very driven, So, yeah, if you had asked me 2 years ago, I would have probably wanted to be where I am today. But now that I've maybe achieved the few things that I've wanted to achieve for myself.
You mean being number one?
No, more than that, I think winning a Filmfare Award. So yeah, and and today, now that I have that, I don't feel satisfied. I want to do more. I want to achieve a lot more for myself.
So you're quite ambitious, right?
Yes.
And is there any role or director that you really aspire to work with that would die to work with?
Woody Allen.
Woody Allen. So let's say Woody Allen, which is good choice actually, because for my next question, if Woody Allen was to make an indecent proposal to you for an Oscar-winning role that you knew that you just had to play, it was written for you, would you accept it?
I'd accept the role, not the indecent proposal.
But it came hand in hand.
Then I'd tell him to keep the indecent proposal and the script. Have you seen Blue Jasmine? Oh. So yeah. Or Vicky Cristina Barcelona.
Moving on to another thing. Plastic has become the new black in the industry. Everyone that you see, actresses, not you, because you are gifted naturally and you're stare-worthy, good-looking.
You just want to get me into trouble.
No, I don't. I just want to say that have you looked at someone and been surprised because you haven't seen them in a month and then you see them and you're like, what happened there? Yeah. I have. Yes. And? Who is it? Or who was it?
And I thought things to myself. I won't share them with you.
You know my hand is going there.
Yeah.
Go?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay.
Okay.
I'd rather dance than get into this
I love
this controversial zone. I can't.
Easy, Junge.
Take someone from the audience this time. Come on, we need a volunteer. Kalki, come on up.
मूछों को थोड़ा राउंड घुमा के अन्ना के जैसा चश्मा लगा के कोकोनट में लस्सी मिला के आ जाओ सारे मूड बना के मूछों को थोड़ा राउंड घुमा के अन्ना के जैसा चश्मा लगा के कोकोनट में लस्सी मिला के आ जाओ सारे मूड बना के और रजनी don't miss that chance. All the Rajini fans, don't miss that chance. जवानी भरा जोर रजनी का फैन
Okay, now we're going to get into some serious acting stuff, right? Since you are no longer known just as the most beautiful face, all those things are still there, the body, the face, the beauty, but now you're also known as a performer. So I'm going to give you certain situations. You can use words or just the expression. It flashes.
Listen, I believe Amitji yesterday was really good, okay? So don't expect that performance from me.
I wasn't.
What?
Expecting
Exactly. So I don't know if you want to do this round with me.
No. It's easy stuff and it's fun stuff. Okay? So just the expression is on your face. Let's start with an easy one. You have been told in advance from very reliable sources that you're winning the Oscar, and you go there, you're all amazing, you're giving interviews left, right, and center. You're sitting there, and then it goes, the best actress goes to Anushka Sharma. Super. You have just walked into your room to find your boyfriend in bed with your arch rival.
No. I can't
too
do
late,
that
I'm
again.
done.
I can't go through that again.
Oh. You can't understand how I'm loving you, Deepika. You are just amazing. Success obviously has done something. Gone is the convent-educated girl. Love it. I'm going to throw it open to the audience to give her an expression or a situation that she can enact for us here. Go for it. This is your moment. Okay, if not, then I will give you another one. Flirt with, I'm seeing 3 men there. I'm trying to see who's the safest one. There is Omar there, Malvinder there, and there's my husband. You can choose either, any of those 3, and just flirt with them.
I'm just going to play safe and flirt with this uncle sitting here.
Done. Flirt with the uncle. Uncle, you're sleeping. Wake up.
Were we that boring?
Go for it.
He's better off sleeping only.
Can I give you a live person? My husband's a safe bet.
No, yeah.
No?
I'm not that type.
Does anyone want to give her an expression? Come on, there must be someone there. Oh, there, we're there at the back. Come on. If I...
Oh, okay. That would be my expression.
Okay, the joy of... do you like kids? Kids? Yeah.
I think I was born to be a mother.
Oh, okay, so the joy of your holding the first, your firstborn in your arms.
Listen, I'm going through that phase where I'm just Like,
you're broody.
no, I'm like stealing other people's babies and like imagining. I'm going through that phase right now.
Be careful, boyfriends.
Yeah.
So do me. You've seen your baby for the first time.
I've seen my. Oh God.
Yeah.
I don't want to rehearse that expression. I don't
Do
wanna-
it. You don't have to rehearse it.
No, I'll be crying.
your
and all.
baby.
I don't. Listen, if I can't hold that bottle, give me the glass. So this is my baby, right?
Okay, this is your baby.
Okay. This is the kind of mother I'd be.
I think
Too
you've
much,
done so
like,
well with this. So well. I open it up to the audience to ask questions now. Yes. Can we have a mic there, please?
Hi, I'm a very big fan, first of all, and you look lovely today. And my question is, if Anushka Sharma, you, Katrina Kaif, and Priyanka Chopra are in the room, who will be on the top or, raising their voice or beating each other, or what will be the scene like if four of you are left empty in a room?
I think it would be very, very cordial, and I think we'd have a good time. Yeah.
Who'd be the most boisterous out of all of them?
Priyanka.
I think that's Priyanka.
Yeah.
And who'd be the most sort of observant and later go home and talk to her friends about it?
I thought.
One question there.
Hi, Deepika. You look absolutely gorgeous.
Thank
If you were to challenge one of your co-actors to a badminton match, who would that be and why?
I think I would play. I'll play solo, and I'll challenge Amir and Shah Rukh together and beat them.
Now that's a winner talking. I have to take the last question, absolutely. Okay, go for it, please. Make it good.
Might be a bit boring, but informative. Hi, Deepika. Just want to ask you, just to understand when you all are shooting, so you take up Chennai Express at one time. Is it a continuous shoot? So when you said you got into the role, and do you have the next day in another very different role? Is it difficult to sort of switch, or would you prefer to sort of play the same role continuously?
No, I think very, very rarely we have that luxury of being able to just focus entirely on one film, and especially last year because we were working against deadlines and had committed to 4 films. So between Race and Ye Jawani Hai Deewani and Chennai Express and Ram Leela, there was a time where I was doing, well, Race was out of the way, I had finished that, but there were the other 3 films that I was doing simultaneously. And no, I didn't have the luxury of finishing one film and then getting into the other. I was Meenama one day, Naina the next day, Leela another day. And, I mean, I had to do it. I didn't think of it actually like that at that point. I didn't think of, oh, will I get out of character and then will I be able to get into character? I think the minute you are surrounded by that team, you get into those clothes, you go to that set, you read your scene, I think it just happens, And I really don't overthink the process, and I don't think one should.
Thank you, Deepika. You have been amazing today. And I take back the convent-educated code of conduct, all those things. You have been spicy, interesting, and all a winner.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me here. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, do put your hands together for an honest, real Deepika Padukone. May I also call upon Mr. R.K. Panpalia, Managing Director of Wave Group, to come up on stage and give a small token of our appreciation to the lovely Deepika Padukone. Come on, can we have a round of applause, please? Thank you, Deepika. Thank you for it.